Last main event, ladies and gentlemen. One fall tag team event, 45-minute time limit. In front of me first, Gary Hart's team from Buffalo, New York, 255 pounds. It's the Maniac, Mark Lewin. His teammate from Chicago, nearly 500 pounds. It's the One-Man Gang. Across the ring, their opponents. At 270 pounds, it's the fabulous Bruiser, Brody. And his teammate from St. Louis, Missouri, 235 pounds, Iceman, Kingparson. David Manning will officiate the event.
David Manning is the referee in this event, our main event on World Class Championship Wrestling. Next week, Kerry Von Erich and Brian Adias against Chris Adams and Gino Hernandez. So that's not to say just sit right there until next week, but be sure to join us for that one, as we have a great match here. Bruiser Brody and the Maniac Mark Lewin will start it. The One-Man Gang hanging his chain over on the post on the near side, and across the way, Iceman Kingparson. And I think of a match, it just seems to be a natural, a great match, and that would be Bruiser Brody and the One-Man Gang, the Giants. The Giants toughing it out. People can't wait for that match. And Bruiser Brody and the Maniac ready to get it underway, and Bruiser, who has been in Japan, as you saw, he is now hailing as his home Japan, and he chops away on the Maniac, and there's a shot at Gary Hart. He just missed him. Bruiser picking up a lot of the Eastern martial arts attacks as he chops away on Lewin. David Manning over there trying to help out, but Bruiser's going to take the whole place apart. Moving chairs, tables, and Mark Lawrence around. Looks like he's got sort of a sleeve. Oh, now down into that little corner post that holds the rope to keep the fans at a fair distance. And Mark Lewin heading for an exit. He says, hey, I got to get out of here. Got chopped right in the forehead. David Manning bringing him back. Bruiser Brody exploding all over Mark Lewin. And the Iceman waiting his turn, as is the One-Man Gang, who now steps over the top of the rope. Nope. David Manning says, no way, you haven't made a tag yet. And the crowd, listen to the crowd. You can hear that Texas accent of the crowd. That's Bruiser. Mark Lewin says, hey, let me take a rest and send half of Chicago in. At least Halstead Street. Here comes the Bruiser. Look out. And a nice move. Now, the bout that we said everybody has been waiting for, and we are looking actually to it, is Bruiser Brody and the One-Man Gang. Well, this is a mini part of that, as they're here in this tag team event. Big Bruiser, big football player at one time. Great athlete. Never carries an ounce over his normal weight. Boom! Well, two immovable objects. And they glare and stare at each other. Bruiser shaking it off. That was a pretty good bounce for both of them. That's about 800 pounds jumping into each other. Rip across the face, and Bruiser wheeling, and Bruiser into the corner buckle. Look out! The gang has an advantage. A One-Man Gang hanging on Bruiser Brody. Lewin's got a chance here to help out. Nope. Gary Hart does not want any more disqualification, but up goes Lewin. And they're both going to get a shot now. Here comes the Iceman, moving everybody aside. Iceman hooking to that left of his. And the gang involved. Oh, big action. Iceman winding up and a shot. Lewin with a shot. Everybody in taking shots. There goes Ice. There goes Lewin. There goes the gang, and Bruiser is still in the ring. Into the corner post. Iceman Kingparson's getting shaken up as Lewin trots around and relative ease. Oh, wretched sometimes the way that Lewin and one-man gang display themselves. Here comes Iceman Kingparson back in. No, it says there's got to be a change. Yeah. Decide, hey, let's see who's in there, and here comes Lewin. Now, watch a storm of excitement here at action as Iceman Kingparson meets the maniac Mark Lewin. This is 2/3 of the six-man tag team championship right here working. Lewin, the gang, and Killer Brooks.
Watch him!
Iceman's having trouble with Lewin, too. You know, he's...
Watch him!
They're going to hear from the Iceman about their feud next week. He's had some problems with Lewin already. Lewin really moving. Lewin holding up. And the one-man gang says that is an intelligent type of attack. He's from behind, pulling the gang around. They didn't see the tag, evidently. And the gang is going to send Bruiser on a shift in again. They piled right into each other. Whoop! Shot across the jaw by the gang, and Bruiser Brody having his problem. The Bruiser, rather like a heavyweight champion, has been hit right on the kisser, trying to keep his balance and equilibrium as the gang. And Lewin now having stretched in the corner.
Watch the count up there, Moon! Moon! Watch the count! Watch the count!
Gary Hart worrying about the count so that the one-man gang would not be disqualified. Look at Lewin come up with his own particular style of martial chop. Bruiser really battered in that exchange, and now here's the Iceman with Lewin. And the Iceman explodes. That left chop. A tornado in that left hand. And Lewin, a sanctuary in the bottom rope, but not the Iceman. He is in a great tough scuffle right now with both of them. Double headbutts. The Iceman takes charge, the smallest man in the ring in this ruckus, and he is in charge, but now Lewin comes back. That was a karate-type shot. Here comes Bruiser in. Bruiser didn't like the way the one-man gang kicked him. And Lewin going to work now on Iceman. Lewin has a great offensive ability in those various highly specialized attacks and martial arts that he knows. And the crowd jumping up with enthusiasm here, trying to help Iceman out of his predicament. And Lewin now with a tremendous pain-associated grasp on the upper shoulder as he jams his fingers into the nerves and the muscles. And you can see the anguish on Iceman's face as he is in terrible trouble now. Lewin helping himself off the bottom rope. Gary Hart is pulling in the Bruiser and saying, around the other way, Bruiser. Of course, Bruiser Brody has no love for Gary Hart. Long-standing feud between them. And Maniac Mark Lewin continuing to work with Iceman, and then finally he gives it over to the one-man gang who'll pick it up and go from there. Let's kind of hold on to him like a koala bear. Dropping 450 pounds into the neck of Iceman Kingparson. Standing on the throat of Iceman, and the man from St. Louis is in all sorts of trouble right now. Chop on the head. Watch this. If he's going to do a neck breaker suplex.
Okay, get ready. I want to switch it. Get ready.
Hart coaching, managing.
Get ready for the switch.
Get ready for a switch, he says, and that means right there, switch.
Jake, get ready for it now. Setting moon. Watch your count up there. Watch your count up there, Marquis.
Well, you heard David Manning talking to Gary Hart, and they aren't concerned about the changeover count that could get them disqualified. And Iceman is in terrible trouble right now, and a perspiring Bruiser Brody anxiously awaiting the moment when he can return to the ring, but that doesn't seem to be imminent as Lewin crashes through Iceman Kingparson. But Iceman with a headbutt might be able to make it. Down on his hands and knees trying to get a count, but the gang stops that.
Get Brody back.
Well, Hart certainly works the sidelines like a coach. A peripatetic one at that. 1, 2, but not enough for 3. Here's Hart complaining about Brody.
Get Brody out of there.
Hart all the way around on Brody's side of the ring. Now it's Iceman with Lewin. And the butt. Iceman will never make it because of the gang. And Brody attacks through David Manning, and out goes the Moon Man. It's chair time for the gang. I don't know who's going to put the chair on, but he has the chair, and Brody's coming in to meet him. And he does meet him. And the struggle for the chair. Brody slammed on the chair. Oh, that didn't help the back any.
747. Give him the 747. Let him feel all 597, brother. Let him feel it.
Oh, he missed it, landed in the chair. That was Hart was telling him to show him the 747. The gang flattened. A sleep hold. Lewin flattened. The bell is rung. It's disqualification time. Brody is trying to annihilate Lewin. And now he's looking for Gary Hart, and the gang is bloodied up. Let's go down to Mark Lawrence if he can find his microphone down there somewhere. He doesn't have his headset on yet. Now Mark is ready as he talks to David Manning, and the rest of the action goes on. But the one-man gang is a battered pulp, and so is that chair as a frenzied Bruiser Brody. There's Iceman and Lewin on the floor, and we'll be back to tell you more about world-class championship wrestling.